Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here. So then, it's Learning to Fly week here on my channel, wherein we're learning to play every single song ever written called Learn or Learning to Fly. Well, at least the three big ones. A few days ago I did a tutorial for Pink Floyd's Learning to Fly. Yesterday was Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. And today we have a look at Learning to Fly by the late, great Tom Petty. So without further ado, let's get started, yeah? Good then, so we are in standard tuning for this one, and before we dig into it, I just need to mention that there are numerous guitar parts going on, all layered, right? There's like 3 or 4 different guitars, with the main acoustic progression remaining pretty much unchanged throughout the entire track, even during the chorus and during the bridge. He's playing the same thing. It's simply F to C to A minor to G, with the majority of the strumming going on the 4 middle strings, except when we go up to G, right? We do not touch upon the high E string at all during the strummed acoustic rhythm parts. So then, let's get that under our belt first, all the acoustic parts, right? And then we'll dig into some of the other guitar parts as well, including that short but fantastic slide solo. So like I said, we're starting in F, right here, 4 middle strings. You can play a full F like this with that C in the bass right there, right? If you watch Tom, he usually doesn't. He's playing a straight up F, you know, 3, 2, 1. But you can do like a full F, it's a little fuller. And then off to C, and then off to A minor, and then off to G. I made a mistake there. We're not going into a full G. We're going into a G like that with an open B string, because we're going to bounce off the first fret of the B string with our index finger and then off again. Kind of like that, right? And that just repeats all the way through the song. It doesn't even change for the chorus. And he's just singing a different melody over the exact same progression when he's doing the chorus, right? Now, as a lead into the solo, there's a slight change, right? You just hang in G for 2 bars. And then just right back into this again, right? And then also before the bridge, same thing. That G and just strum that, right? And then they drop into the bridge. So that is all the acoustic parts from start to finish of this one. It does not really change. And like I said, even the bridge is the same chords, F to C to A minor to G, except they're a little more aggressive and you're kind of choking them off and you're not strumming them, right? Right, and then you're just right back into that again. So, the other guitar parts. Now, Mike Campbell at the very beginning of this track is playing this little melody line. And it repeats 4 times at the beginning of this track. We're kind of planting our index finger here on this C note at the first fret of the B string. We're going to pull off 2 to open of the G, and then grab that note, and then we're just going to do a little back and forth here a number of times between that note and the open G. And before repeating it, we're going to go take that note here, that C note, off to B, back on, off to B, back on again, right? And right in the middle, you're going to do a double hit of that note. Right there. Right, so he repeats that 4 times at the beginning, and then joining the first verse, he's going to drop into these little 5 chords, these little power chords, right? Same chords, F to C, A to G. For 8 repeats. And after 4 repeats, that's going to continue, and this comes back. kind of hear it underneath the mix, right? And then after 8 repeats of that for the first verse, we drop into the chorus, which is chord-wise exact same. Right? Except Mike Campbell is doing a little melody line along with the vocals, right? And it repeats that 4 times during the chorus. Sliding into 8 of the B and double stop here, and the high E. Just a little back and forth twice, right? Finishing with this. So we're going to go 8 of the high E down to 5 of the B up to 7 of the G. And then just a little back and forth between those 2 notes, right? And that just repeats 4 times during the chorus. We drop into the second verse, same as the first verse, but half as long. We drop into another chorus, and then coming out of the second chorus is when we're leading into the solo, right? And you hang in that G for 2 bars, and then we drop into the solo. Now, Mike Campbell, just before, when we drop into that G for 2 bars, and he's playing this, right? 4 times. The final time, when they're building up on that G, he's going to drop off and do this. For 2 bars leading into the solo. Just 4 or 5 of the G over and over again for 2 bars. Right, kind of palm muted. And then we're into the solo. Now the solo, I'm going to play through the solo here first without the slide and show you all the notes, because maybe you don't have a slide or even know how to play slide. But this is the solo. That is the solo. Those are the notes. So we're sliding in to this little C major triad here at the 17th fret of the D, G, and B. Just going to ride down the strings, and when you get to the B string, you're going to pick it twice. And a double hit on the 17 of the B string. And you're going to give that a light strum, and then just slide out of it. And if you have a slide, you can hear that, right? And then you're going to grab the 6 of the B, slide it into 8, and then a double hit on the 8 of the high E. And then we're into this. So we're going to go 8 back to 6 back to 8, and then back to the 8 of the high E. Back to that 8 of the B, and we're going to slide that back to 5, I believe. And then you're going to take that 5, slide it back to 3, and grab the 5 of the G. And then we're going to grab into a double stop here on the 5s of the D and the G, hit that 4 or 5 times. Then you're going to grab the 7 of the A, quickly slide it back to 5, and then off to 3. 3rd fret of the low E, full step bend release. And that's the end of the solo. Right? You can get a bit more gain here, and we'll have a look at this solo with the slide. And And that's it. That's how you play that solo with a slide. And I think that's all the guitar parts covered, all the acoustic parts, all Mike Campbell's parts, all the melody lines and fills that he does throughout this one, and the solo, of course. And after the solo, it just drops into another verse, another chorus, a short bridge, back into a couple of more choruses, and we've already learned all that. So we're going to stop right there. That is how you play Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. Certainly hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and if you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Probably tomorrow at the rate I've been going lately. Take care.